Hello, everybody. How are we? Welcome to the Blues Bootcamp, day number 4, extravaganza thing. Who we got here? We got well, here I'm just waiting on the video count coming up. Can you hear me loud and clear, guys? Just let me know. Okay, there we go. I think we're rocking. Okay. So guys, can somebody just tell me that they can hear me all? Yep. Hi guys. Hi Steve. Hi John. Hi Martin. Hey Jeremy. Phil. Duncan. Linda. How are we all doing? I've been really enjoying myself this week. Guys, firstly I just need to say thank you because this week has been amazing. Like, I've been smiling so much all week, seeing your videos come up and just seeing this group. What a lovely bunch of people. I think we can agree that, right? That everybody's just amazing. Every single person in the group. So, it's a pleasure to be a part of this, you know? So, I'm having so much fun, and I really don't want it to end, to be honest with you. And I know you guys don't either, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second. So, yep, you're looking forward to this one, James. So am I. This one's going to be an absolute belter, as we would say here in Scotland, because we're going to be looking at the pentatonic scale. Not just the scale, right? What we're going to do today is we're going to figure out, I'm going to show you the lessons that I learned, the aha moments I had with the pentatonic scale, the stuff that allowed me to take that scale, because a lot of you will already be able to play it and know it. I'm going to show you how we take that scale and how we are able to start making music right away. Alright, some really bluesy goodness. Okay, and the challenge is going to be a toughie. Alright, it's going to be a toughie. But I know you can all do it. Alright. The thing is about having a 5-day challenge, you've only got a day to do stuff, right? Normally it'd be great if you had a little bit of more time to let it get under your fingers, build the muscle memory so you can nail it. But again, these challenges aren't about nailing it. It's just about giving it a go. And, you know, you keep on practicing it. These videos will always be available to you, so you'll be able to keep on practicing them. And, you know, yeah. You have some great videos. I've been playing most of my life, and I always learn something from you. That makes me feel so happy. It does, you know, like, I'm in here in my little room in Scotland, playing my guitar, and there's people from all over the world that see it, and that baffles my mind, that there's other people playing the same stuff that I'm teaching. It's crazy, and I'm humbled, and I love it, and touch wood it continues, because this is just, I'm loving life right now, so. Anyways, we're going to do that. I'm going to take you through the whole pentatonic scale thing, and give you the challenge. I'll announce the winners of yesterday's challenge. Sorry. And I'll be giving the new challenge for tomorrow as well. But first of all, before we get into all that, guys, I just wanted to address the questions everybody's got about the group right now, right? Because we all want to know what's happening and what's gonna happen after this. So I'm just been reading some comments, you know, and it's great to see with Nigel here. This community needs to exist after the boot camp is finished. Everyone's encouraging and friendly, and it'd be a good thing to carry forward under my umbrella. I have many umbrellas here in Scotland. And it's great to see everybody's thinking the same thing, you know. This has been the most fun ever, really enjoying the sharing, the support. Scott's loving the community aspect, has literally never played guitar in front of anyone, not even his wife. I don't play guitar in front of my wife either, because she's Polish and very critical. And I'm only kidding on, I love her, but she is my harshest critic. And yeah, so Scott, you've been learning, getting a little bit better every day, and just appreciating the supportive community, and it's refreshing to have a community without any trolls. Everybody's positive, happy, great people. It's amazing. Gary as well, you've learned so much, you're inspired by the group, you want to keep on trying. Greg said it's life-changing, the mutual support and encouragement, it's extraordinary. We must keep going. No, I'm looking at this camera, but it's this camera I'm on now, right? Whoops. Okay, the community and encouragement is helping my confidence more than ever, and I think I speak for most when I say I'd love to see this community keep on going and staying alive. That's from Deanne. So, that's awesome. So if you're not part of this community yet, by the way, if you're on YouTube and you're like, what's going on? There's links in the description to join it. The community will be active until next Friday. And after that, the choice is yours, really. I'm going to, like I said at the start of the week, I'm going to be opening up enrollment to my school, to my community. And what I've been doing this week with you guys is sharing all the things that I've learned building my own community over the last year. The reason that this is different from most Facebook groups, right? And I'm sure you're probably part of many Facebook guitar groups like me, and sometimes there's hundreds of thousands of people in a group, but there's no connection, there's no engagement. And that's because we need a goal. We need to be on the same journey, on the same wavelength together, right? That's why having a step-by-step structured program that we've had this week is beneficial. And having a community that is there, that's supportive, that's engaging, and that's pushing each other on, lifting each other up. And uploading videos is such a great tool to be able to do that. There's people that were frightened to do that, they did it, and it gives you that motivation, right? People comment on it, it gives you inspiration. You see other people uploading, and it motivates you. And all of that is a recipe for a thriving community that progresses on guitar, because guess what? The more you pick up guitar and the more that you try, the better you'll get, right? And my job as a teacher, I don't just see my job as to teach you guitar and teach you licks and stuff. It's about providing an environment where you are, fired to get better. Okay, now learning online is difficult, and there's definitely things we can do to make that journey easier. So, before we get started, guys, I'm just going to show you very quickly what my community does, and, hopefully, tomorrow, when the enrollment opens, some of you guys come over and join me. I'd love to have you all there, and I'm making it as accessible as I can for everybody. So, let's just have a little look at what I'm talking about, so you guys can see for yourself. So, this is, where are we? Here we are, right? So this is my community site. This is my school, all right? And on here, you have all my courses. Okay, so everything that I do, so you've got my blues course, my main course, my acoustic ascension course, and this is going to be the prize for tomorrow, by the way, my main course, acoustic ascension, which is like a beginner to intermediate course, covering cage, triads, rhythm, all the things you need to level up your guitar playing as a beginner. And then we've got advanced ascension for intermediates who want to become more advanced. We talk about, triads and caged, double stops, arpeggios, and all that good stuff. All right, you've got my YouTube lessons. They're all tabbed. Guitar looping, songs. Basically, there's hundreds of lessons on here covering everything. And if you watch my YouTube lessons, you've got all of them in here and as well, all in the one place. So hundreds of stuff. Whatever you want to learn, it's all here. But that's not what the school is, right? Okay, we've got all the lessons, all these classrooms. You can learn anything you like, which is great. And they're all pathways, so a very structured way of learning things. So if you want to learn blues, it's from the ground up. If you want to learn lead guitar, we learn the basics and learn our way up and things like that. Now, this is where all my members are. We've got guys from all over the place. A lot of guys in the States, girls as well, ladies, in Canada, in Europe, in the UK. And what I've been doing over the last year is I've been doing a private program with people. So it's like a 12-week program where I work with people privately over 12 weeks, and I give them missions every week. They upload videos to me, and it's a very structured way of getting, reaching your guitar goals pretty fast. But, a 12-week private program isn't accessible for everybody, right? Not everybody's going to spend that kind of money doing a private program with me. So I wanted to make something that was, again, more accessible for everybody to come in and join in and take advantage of this amazing place. Now, unlike any other community that I've seen, what we do here is we actually really know each other. We become friends. We've got the Council of Chords. So I'm just going to come off this for a second so that I can see you all. Alright, so we do a live call every week, and it's like a Zoom call, alright, where we actually go on and we see each other, we talk to each other. Sometimes I'll do a little lesson, but most of the time we just shoot the breeze and we talk guitar stuff, alright? So people will have questions about their guitar journey, and everybody has their own input, everybody pitches in their own experiences and stuff. And again, you end up building up this connection and sense of community that it's very hard to find anywhere else on the internet. Because again, you're actually making real connections. It's not just a Facebook forum where people are posting YouTube links, etc. Alright, I'm going to bring you back here. Where are we? Okay, so you've got the Council of Chords, we're called, by the way. The Council of Chords. We meet up every week and we chat stuff. So you can connect with members, you can chat with everybody. But the coolest thing about this, right? Now you'll see here there's a go live button. So imagine you're sitting on a Friday night and you've got your guitar, you've got your whiskey or your rosé wine, whatever it is you drink, and you think, I want to jam with some friends. You go live, you start a live room, you'll go Friday night, you'll spell better than me, jam. You go next, you'll invite, who do I want to invite? Maybe I want to invite my good friend Manuel. Alright, maybe I want to invite Chad over. Where's Chad? There he is. Maybe I want to invite everybody. The Jam Club. Alright, let's have it. So imagine that, right? Imagine being able to, and I think this is amazing, being able to arrange your own virtual jams. Alright, so it's much more than just a school, much more than just a community. Alright, we get to do everything that we're doing here in Facebook, but so much more. And there's no algorithm, there's no ads, it's our community, and we run the show. Now, yeah, so that is basically it. That's basically how the community works. Now, on the 10th of June, I'm going to be running my next bootcamp on the community, but it's going to be a 12-week bootcamp. Alright, it's not going to be like this. It's going to be the same kind of vibe. I'm going to be going live every week. And the stuff we're going to cover is going to be things like caged, triads, scales, all the stuff that allowed me to really, the stuff that gave me the knowledge to be able to play, pick up this guitar and just play. And that's what it's called, the Pick Up and Play Bootcamp. And that's happening on the 10th of June. It'll be 12 weeks, exactly like this. I'll be going live every week. You'll be given challenges, you'll need to upload videos, there'll be prizes, all of that stuff. So the party continues, guys, basically. It continues. We all ride into the sunset together with our guitars. And I would love to take you all with me. I'd love for you all to join. But I'll tell you all about all that tomorrow. Again, the price I'm going to give you is very good value. And I'm hoping it's going to be accessible for all you guys. Alright. Alright, so anyways, spiel over. Alright, I'm going to now go into what we're all here for. And that's the pentatonic scale. So, here we have it. Here is the pentatonic scale. Now, for those of you that don't know, the pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale, penta, alright, and that's derived from the 7-note minor scale, or major scale, depending if we're playing major or minor, but that's something for another day. So if I had to play the minor scale, right, here, that doesn't sound very bluesy, does it? It doesn't sound very rocky or country, right? So that's why we create the pentatonic scale. We take 2 notes out of that, so that we're left with a 5-note scale. And these notes are really suited to blues and rock. Alright, so it takes all the guesswork out of it. So we've got this scale, and as long as we know these notes, they're going to be pretty good to play over rock and blues and stuff like that, right? So again, guys, I'm going to take off the comments now, right? But you guys can continue to chat amongst yourselves. But if you've got any questions, I'll answer them at the end. Alright, so the scale we're playing right now is an A minor. Okay, now the reason I'm choosing A minor is because it's in the middle of the neck. Alright, and it means we can kind of go either way. Now, we know it's A minor because we start on the low E string, and that's the A note. If I had to start here, that'd be the G note, and that'd be G minor. If I started here, it'd be the B minor pentatonic scale. I'm starting here in the A note, and that's the A minor pentatonic scale. So I want to just make sure we can all do that. So I'm going to walk through. Now remember, the way that we're looking at this scale is like this, okay? That's the way we're looking at it. So the bottom notes is actually the low E string, which I know is confusing. I didn't make up the rules, but that's just the way it goes, right? So we've got 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Now the red note stands for the root note. It's very important to take note of that note. Alright, we've got A, A, A. Now, notice that when we go back to that note, it sounds like we're home, right? It sounds like we're resolving. So it's always good to know where that is. Alright? Okay, so again, 7, 8, 7, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Alright, so we want to make sure we've got that under our fingers. Don't worry if you're not getting it all right now, you'll have plenty of times to practice this, okay? Okay. So, once we've got that under our fingers, the next thing I want to do, now this is what helped me go from playing a scale to sounding more like music, okay? Where we're not just playing the scale up and down. And again, I wish I knew this a lot sooner, was to start playing. I always wondered why, when I heard other people play the scale or play licks, it sounded a little bit different. It sounded more conversational, okay? So a good way to do that is by playing in sequences. Okay, so playing like that. Alright, and that means once you practice the scale in that way, when you're playing a lick, you start playing it in a more conversational way, right? Rather than playing it in a scales way. Alright, so I'm going to take you through that right now, and I hear you all screaming, tab! And guess what, guys? I made some tab. So you'll have to deal with this kind of tab, right? Very basic, because I'm terrible with tab software. My tab guy's taking his time getting stuff out. And just so you know, in the replay email, I'll be sending a link that takes you to a Google Drive where you can download all the materials, all the tab, all the scales, everything, so that you can take them down. You'll have that tonight. Okay, and including all this stuff, you'll have it. Okay, so this is the sequence. Alright, so we've got 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. So just start with that bit, right? Now, the reason that I wouldn't necessarily really normally use a tab for this is because you're just playing the same sequence, the same pattern over. So once you've got the first one, alright, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, oh no, see, tab confuses me. So what I would do is try and just build the muscle memory of that. Okay, so build the melt, and then just follow it on. All right. Now it's going to take a bit of time to get that under your fingers. Now, as far as the challenge goes today, we've got a few different things that we can do. All right, you can play this if you want. Okay, this would suffice to get you into the prize draw for Acoustic Ascension tomorrow. Okay, so again, guys, you'll have all that to work on. That's pentatonic practice number 1. Okay, now number 2. All right, I want us to move on to the extension of the pentatonic scale. Now, this is something that I use all the time, and this is the visual that I have in my head when I'm playing the pentatonic scale, is to play it like this. I call this the octave trick or something, right? But basically, we're going to start 1 fret back or 2 frets back from here. I'm going to go over that in just a second. Right now, the reason I like to play the pentatonic scale like this is because you don't normally just play in one box, right? We normally play along the way. If it feels more, there's a lot more things you can do when you play this way in the guitar rather than up and down. Okay, so let's go over this scale first. So we're going to go 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. Okay? And the way to think about this is we're playing the same 5 notes 3 times. 3, 5, 3, 5, 7. 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. Alright? Again, root note. Take note of that. Okay, and then 8, 10, 8, 10, and really we should slide up to 12 there, but I must have forgot to put that in there. Okay, so 3, 5, 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 9, 8, 10, 8, 10, 12. So what I would do is just practice going up and down that, right? And I found this revelational at the time, because all of a sudden I was able to get up the dusty end of the guitar. Alright, which is great. It's a lot of fun once you get the muscle memory built in for that. It's awesome. Okay, so that's one exercise, is to go up and down this. Alright, again, take note of those root notes. Okay, and what do we do with that? Well, I'm glad you asked. We've got another sequence. And this is something I would practice over and over and over again. And again, what happens is you build up some real muscle memory magic. Okay, so that when you're playing licks or you're improvising, which is what we're going to be looking at tomorrow, this is going to flow really nicely into our tomorrow's improvisation lesson. Alright, so really good to get this under your fingers. Oh. Again, Tony. Alright, so what we're doing, we're going 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, exact same sequence. Alright. Then we're sliding from 9 to 7. Same sequence. And then sliding from 7 to 5. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. And then coming back to 5 to finish on that root note. Nice and slow. Alright. Okay. So yeah. This is a great practice. Again, just practice that. It's a great exercise. And what's going to happen, and you're going to see this tomorrow when we come to improvise, that we can use that stuff, we can use that muscle memory to create some nice vocabulary. Okay? And this is something I want to talk about as well. Everybody wants to know licks and stuff and have tab and things. But what I'm going to get is into the zone of doing is to start looking at things like phrasing on the guitar. So, you know, here's a lick. Here's a phrase. Dum, 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 boom, bum, bum, boom. Dum, dum, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. Ba, boom, ba, boom. Ba, boom, ba, bum, ba, ba, boom. Ba, boom, ba, bum, bum, ba, boom, bum, boom, bip, bum, boom, boom. And there's a difference there, right? Because you're hearing something in the guitar and then you're playing it, alright? It's not as much playing a lick that you've copied from somewhere. You're just using the vocabulary you have here and you're speaking with it. Okay, and that's where we want to get to. Okay, so don't worry if that is not computing right now, okay? Don't worry, because you've got plenty of time to go over this stuff, and I'm going to be here for any questions you guys have. So any questions you have for this, anything in the Facebook group, and I'm happy to do another little video and go over anything that's not making any sense. All right, so I'm hoping this makes sense. Okay. So next, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you something that I call the magic box. Okay, now there's many magic boxes on the guitar, but this is my favourite one. And this is how we can start to mix some rhythm and lead together. Okay, now this is the challenge that I would love for you all to try and do. Okay, and it's to take these chords, these triad shapes we've got, and then mix them with the scale to create something groovy. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So as we've discussed before, we have a 1, 4, 5. Alright, our 5, 7 and 9 we would do here. So in the key of A, I don't know how much lag there is in the comments here, but can Andy tell me what a 1, 4, 5 would be in the key of A? I'm sure they'll come in. I think there might be a little bit of lag in the comments. But 1, 4, 5. Okay, so we've got an A, a D, and an E. Now we've got this little pentatonic box. We can find some chords right in our doorstep. That can be our 1 chord, our A7. But don't worry, right? We're not going to play this bar chord. We've got an A7. We've got our 4 chord. Alright, A, D, E. They're coming in now, thick and fast, right? So we've got our 1 chord, our A7, our 4 chord, our D7. Okay, now all I'm doing here is I'm playing the same shape we've used before, the B7 shape. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, so the B7, there we go, the B7 shape that we used for C, right? In previous lessons. So we're going to use that for the D. That's going to be our D7. And that's going to be our E7. And instead of playing this bar chord here, we're going to play this little triad shape here, which is just the D, G, and B string taken from this big bar chord. And we have this. So I've got those shapes up here. So it's a 1, 4, 5, exactly, right? So we're playing our 1, 4, 5, and we're going to play a 12-bar blues that we've done before, right? See, all of this knowledge, it's a step-by-step process. It's all coming together. Okay? Now guys, again, you might need to go over this lesson a couple of times so it computes, but there's nothing wrong with that. So the first chord we have, right, so we've got basically a D shape, okay, but starting on the D string in the 5th fret, and if we make that, we should have built up the muscle memory for a D hopefully, and we just apply that here. That's how I do it anyway, right, and it's great to slide in from 1 fret back. So that's our A7, instead of playing the bar chord, you could play the bar chord if you wanted, but I like this, it's quite jazzy. Okay, that's our 4 chord, and that's our 5 chord. Now, if I can do this, I'm going to see if I can do this actually. No, I can't change profile. Well, let's, hopefully, we can remember what a 12 bar blues goes like. Okay, we've got, now get those chord shapes under your belt. And now, we're going to use them to create a 12 bar blues, right? So I've got to play it once, and then we can play it together. Okay, and the kind of strumming I'm going to do, I'm going to slide into the chord and do this, right? So a little down, slide, up, and then I'm going to stop the strings like that. Okay, now when you do this as a challenge, you can do this in whatever way you like. You don't need to do what I'm doing, right? I'm just going to give you an example. So we're going to do, and then we've got to leave a little space for a lick. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, the 1 chord we're going to play for 4 bars. We're going to play the 4 chord, the D7, for 2 bars. We're going to play the 1 chord again for 2 bars. So that's 8 bars. For 4, 2 bars, another 2 bars here. And then for our last 4 bars, we're going to play D7, E7, D7 for 1 bar, E7, A7, it's confusing you all now, and then I can walk into that, or just play the E7 like that as well, okay? So I'm going to play it through once, and then you can try and jam with me now, and then I'm going to play it through it again, right? So nice and slow. So we've got to do this, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and the 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and to 5 chord, 5, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our progression. Okay, and again, I'm just sliding into those chords, just from 1 fret back, like that. Okay, so let's do that one more time, guys, together, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So, Deanne, I know I'm the only one, but I can't see your hands and cannot follow what you're doing. Could you possibly say what strings and fret and fingering you're using? Of course. So, for each chord, okay, so for the A7 chord, Deanne, okay, I've got my index finger on 5 on the D, okay, I've got my middle finger on 5 on the B, my third finger on 6 on the G. Like that, right? So we've got 5 from the D string, 5, 6, 5. And I'm sliding into that from 1 fret behind. Alright, 5, 6, 5. And then the D7 chords, okay, I've got from the A string, 5, 4, 5. Okay? And then on the 7th fret, I've got my E chord, my E7, so I've got 7, 6, 7. Okay, and they are my chords. Okay, so hope that helps. Sorry, I should have really been more detailed there about the chords, okay? But that is it. Now, of course, the cool thing about this is you could play any chords, really. Again, you could take that 1, 4, 5. You could play an A7 using the E7 shape. You could do that. Another thing I could do, I could play a 7 shape like that. I could use the A7 shape on the, like this. Play a 1, 4, 5 like that. I could play a minor, like bar minor chords like that, right? I could play using the E minor shape, right? So again, that would be 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5. For A minor, I could play the A minor shape for, and I'm using the caged system here, guys, for a D minor. And then I could use that same shape for E minor. And this would give you a more B.B. King kind of feel. That kind of thing, right? So there's different ways you can play that. I've just played the 3 strings here, really. Good question, right? If I played all the strings, right, I would get a lot of noise there, right? So it just takes a little bit of practice and muscle memory, getting the right strings, all right? Now, the one thing I didn't mention when we're doing this scale here, right? Again, we've got the low notes, we've got the middle notes, and we've got the high notes. All the same notes, remember, right? So that means if we play one phrase here in the middle notes, it's just a cool visual, right, for playing the same thing. You know, we've got the low. Okay, now I know that people are at different levels, and I don't want to go too fast. I get carried away sometimes with this scale. I love it. My fingers are already raring to go, as you can, but it takes time to get there. And again, what I would do is practice in all those. And that helped me so much doing that, so that's why I really wanted to share that stuff with you. Okay? So, what we want to do is we want to start phrasing between that, right? Now this is cool, this is a really good exercise. Now I'm not going to give you any particular licks here. I'll give you some ideas, but what I would like to start doing is just use these middle notes, okay? So we've got 5, 7, 5, 7. With a root note here on 7 on the D. 5, 7 on the D, 5, 7 on the G. They're the notes we're going to use. Okay, and I'm just going to play something a little bit off the cuff here, right? So if you use that, and I'm just going to repeat the same kind of phrases, okay, and go through my 12-bar blues like that. So like this. Okay, so I'll just see what I'm doing there, right? I'm bending the 7th fret up on the G string, then back 5, 7, 7, the root note, and that's one bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I can just repeat that. So that's what I would do. Keep it nice and simple. You don't need to do the bend. You could simply do. And then I've got 7, 5, a little bend on both. 7, 5, a little bluesy nudge. Then 7, again the root note. Can I put the chords back on? Sure. Alright, I'm going to put the chords back on here for a second. Where are we? There we go. Alright. So there we have it. So, alright, so let's see if I can do 4 bars of that, right? I'd like you to do this really nice and slow, right? Because it's going to take some time. You could go. Four chord. One chord. Five chord. Four chord. One chord. Now that's some little fancy there. Instead of getting into one chord, I just climb my way back up and got the timing to back into the 5 chord there. Okay, so lots of different stuff you could do that, right? You could take different licks. You could do this, for example, on the extension. 7 up to 9, 8, 9 back to 7, 5 and 3. No. 10 on the B, 9 down to 7, 5, that there. Alright, and you start to build vocabulary up that way, but I really want to give you free rein with this one, guys, because I want you to start thinking like a musician, like a guitar player, alright? And to use that knowledge doesn't need to be complicated, just take 4 notes. Come up with something, a little simple phrase. And the way I think about it, right, when I'm phrasing, I think about 2 conversations happening. I think about a question and an answer. It's called call and response in blues. And a cool way, an easy way, a logical way to think about that is play the first lick and don't hit a root note. And then the second lick, when you respond, you're landing on the root note. Alright, it's like you're answering the question. You can like hear 2 conversations happening there. So again, I've been sending all this stuff out to you guys. So you'll have the chord charts. You have this as well, right? You have the notes. Free rein, scary. But this is what blues is, guys. Alright, this is what blues is. Okay, it's not. This is what we're trying to get to, right? We're trying to get to the point where we're guitar players, not guitar copiers. You need to copy stuff in the beginning. You copy licks, you copy songs, you copy stuff. But what I think, well, anyway, what my mission is with my students is all normally to get into that guitar player mode, right? Where you feel confident as a guitar player, where you can walk into a room with other guitar players and not feel like an imposter. Feel like you can keep up, or you know what you're doing. And the reason that you feel that imposter syndrome sometimes is because there's that big gap in knowledge. And once you fill that, once you start to understand the fretboard, you know how things work. You're not just copying anymore. You can do stuff yourself. Then it builds your confidence, and you start to really feel that. All right, that's when the true magic of guitar is unlocked, when we learn how to express ourselves through it. And it's a different way. Imagine picking up the guitar and just playing, right? Not working from memory, working from here. All right, it's quite cheesy, right? But that is what it's all about. Okay, so in terms of the challenge this week, what I want you to do is pick something from that, right? You can either pick that progression, and I know that's difficult. Okay, I really had to work on and balance out, you know, what I wanted to do here. But that is we'll call that the advanced challenge if you want to take it. But if you don't want to do that, I'd be quite happy for you to do the build up that muscle memory, because that's magic. That or that as well. Okay. So I'm just going to take a little second to answer any questions here. Duncan Pieman Ashwell, How you doing, my friend? That is awesome, Tony. So much, so inspirational. Haven't much time before tomorrow night, but I'll submit something. So, guys, also this is for you guys that haven't actually uploaded anything yet and feel maybe like you've just let it go. And it's not too late because this group will be open till next Friday. I'll be doing another challenge tomorrow. Tomorrow's challenge, I'll be offering 3 people $50 vouchers. All right, that will be announced next week. Okay. Getting right into my pockets for this, right? But I want to keep the group, I want to keep the enthusiasm going. And tomorrow's challenge, you're going to have all week. You're going to have all week to upload the challenges throughout the week if you've not been able to do that yet, and get them up to the group and take full advantage, alright? So don't worry if you don't get anything up for tomorrow. It's a lot. You're going to have till next Friday to be able to do everything. Okay? And, yeah, some work to do. Alright, so... Okay, good. Alright, so in terms of the winner, the winners of the guitar looping course, right? This is a real struggle. You don't know how hard this is because everybody now is like top contributors. You know, everybody's engaging, everybody's posting videos, and I wish I could just give prizes to everybody. But again, we've been getting into a hat, and what we've got today, let me go. So the winners today, we've got Cheryl Kresch, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Kieran McGowan, and I'm doing an extra one for Linda Elam, is it? I've got, right? So 3 today, okay? Because it's, yeah, I'm feeling extra generous, and again, there's so many people that could be getting prizes right now, so... But again, you know, you're going to have the opportunity to enroll in my school tomorrow and get everything anyway. And again, it's going to be really, really accessible for everybody. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you more information. But yeah, the guitar looping course, for those winners, I'll add you to that right away. You'll have it in your inbox tonight. And congratulations. All right. I think we'll just take a... yeah, again, just a second just to say thank you, guys. It's keep on posting. All right, tomorrow I'll have one winner getting my Acoustic Ascension course. All right, because that's my Big Daddy course. Okay, and then next week there will be my Big Daddy course. Sometimes I don't think. Anyways, next week we'll be giving away more vouchers. All right, so we're still working on tomorrow's lesson throughout the week, and tomorrow we're going to be learning how to play by ear. All right, so that you can walk into a room and you know people are jamming. You can pick up the guitar and you can start jamming along. Or you can listen to a backing track, okay, and you can start jamming along right away. Alright, so we need to find out if it's major, if it's minor, and then we need to know how to start jamming. So I'm going to share everything that I know, and hopefully we have fun. Alright guys, so that's us for this evening. Okay, I'm going to be around the Facebook group, and I'll see you there, guys, alright? So take it easy. And make sure you turn up for tomorrow because it's everything's going to culminate in tomorrow. All right, I think this is probably my most useful lesson that you're going to get tomorrow. All right, so take it easy, have a great night, and I'll see you soon.